Okay, let's cut the cheese. I mean, cut the crap. I've been presenting this show as my concepts for projects to help encourage some projects of your own. But the truth is, I've been talking about my own opinions on things in the world very subtly so nobody notices and hates me for it. This episode, I'm just dropping that pretense and discussing 3 projects, but only giving away 2. 1.5 if I'm being honest. Because they all have the same theme, that being rich people versus poor people. That's a well-discussed topic here on the internet, so to stop me from dragging this video out too long, I'll just give my feelings on the issue through a montage of slogans, and I'll let you hate me based on your own conclusions. Rich jobs don't create assholes, they encourage them. If you're not taught when you don't have power, you're not gonna learn when you do have power. Yeah, but who let them do it? No! Stop it! Wrong, wrong, wrong! Saying billionaires are all bad is not good, but saying billionaires are all good is really bad. Just because the film says it doesn't mean the creators believe it.
2019 was the year of class warfare on film. Between Knives Out, Us, Joker, Hustlers, Uncut Gems, and Ready or Not, it felt like writers were falling over each other to say,
people?
Say what you want about the Richie Rich movie, at least that billionaire battle held consequences for the socket wrench workers. And finally, this Twitter post about Iron Man that went completely unnoticed. I'm gonna start with the one that I'm not giving fully away, but discussing the villain. This billionaire baddie goes against everything else I'm gonna say in this video because he starts this particular TV series brutalizing an underage girl. Have to say a couple of things. Firstly, this is a cartoon series inspired by Japanese animation, specifically so I don't have to hire any underage actresses to play this role. Secondly, this underage character is the main protagonist and will be handled with the utmost care and respect and research as humanly possible. But with that out of the way, the show's premise is we are in the future where humanity has been genetically degraded to the point of needing permanent life support built into us. We have become living mobile phones, unable to survive without charging ourselves regularly. And our main villain is the head of the company making this technology. There's an ongoing symbolism of humanity being degraded by the technology it's reliant on, but also the character's humanity being degraded by their circumstances. The teenage girl does suffer a lot in her life, but she is more emotionally connected than the boss who has never had to suffer and is emotionally weak for that. He doesn't see other humans as human, he's so self-absorbed because he's never had to learn otherwise. In the end, he's dragged down precisely because of his reliance on his money and his technology. But enough about the opinion that everybody agrees with. Time to flip the switch and really start that hatred. My second pitch is more of a format for a short story, which I'm never going to use because I'm not a short story writer. The actual storyline came from listening to the discourse around Joker, despite never having seen it myself. It is kind of what I wanted the Joker to be, but really didn't believe I would get. This story has 2 characters, one rich person and one poor person. Each page is split into 2, and as you go through the story, it's showing different aspects of each character's life and how opposite they are. Set up so that the more positive attributes are at the top of the page, less so at the bottom. And as it goes through, the line between the story gets thinner and thinner until they both meet in a page, no cut-off line, and they switch when one of them is dead and one of them isn't. Intended to explore that not all the positive personality traits go to the poor character for the audience to connect to, and all the bad traits go to the rich guy, trying to give a more balanced view that they're not all the same. Now for the third pitch, the least likely to be adapted because it is a positive billionaire show. Okay, a bit of setup. You know, in hospital dramas where the main character is really good at his job, but he's a snarky jerk with horrible bedside manner, but he gets away with it because he's really good at his job. It's usually that they had a horrible past, or they're autistic and don't know how to communicate, but they have this impulse to solve problems. I considered taking that trait and giving it to a billionaire who does good things, not because he wants to be good. What if someone with that impulse went into business or law and tried to fix those problems? It's still going to have its typical greedy evil billionaires, but then the protagonist isn't the underclass rising up, but somebody on their level, screwing them over and helping the little guys. Yeah, kind of like Tony Stark, but not with the solution of always punching them and then screwing other people over himself. Look, I just want to see a different take on the have and have-nots debate. Look, it's been around forever, but at least there was more dimension in older stories. Kind of why, regardless of what country it came from, I'm okay with Parasite winning an Oscar, despite never having seen it myself. Honestly, I can say that about a lot of movies because they're all exclusive to theatres and not on streaming.
Rich people.
Thanks for watching. This is my verbal declaration that I will not sue anyone for using the previous outline to create their own work, regardless of how much fame or money you might get from it. I'm definitely not the kind of artist who thinks I can own a concept. However, I would like to see what comes out of this video just for comparison and curiosity. If you do make something or find an existing piece that's similar, please let me know through Twitter or Facebook or email, and I'll happily check it out. And if you want to see the ideas I am working on for myself, please visit my Patreon page for samples and previews, no payment required. Happy creating, Bard Riley out. But saying that all billionaires are good isn't bad. No, exclusive to theatres and not on streaming. I mean, now they are, but I'm just lazy, so...